at the performance here.
Yeah, it was an attempt to put the Hellcat's power in a Wildcat size airframe.
That's about right. And that ceiling we've got overhead looks a little higher than I originally thought. He's got room to do his aerobatic box here. Yeah, Grumman built a little bit more than about maybe 1,100 of these Bearcats. By the time the war came to an end, a lot of the contracts were scaled way back. A lot of the companies that were producing aircraft in mass numbers were scaled way back for obvious reasons, for economic reasons. The war was over. And, you know, these late Grummans, they built probably 1,100 of the Bearcat, and only about 300 and change of the F8F Tiger Cat. So, again, when you compare that to the 12,000 Hellcats,
well, also, as we've seen from the A4, these were coming up against the first generation jet engine.
right?
And they just couldn't compete speed-wise.
Yeah, construction of the F8F Bearcat, you can really see a very wide track, robust landing gear. Really strong, very strength-built aircraft. F8F Bearcats in modified forms have set world speed records as well as won the Reno National Championship air races more than once. The very first Reno race was won in 1964 by a Bearcat, and Bearcats continue to be competitive. The world speed record for piston engine airplanes stands at 528 miles an hour. That was set by Lyle Shelton and Rare Bear probably some 30 years ago. Rare Bear is a modified version of this basic airplane, although with a much more powerful engine and some aerodynamic refinements. But an all-up clean, ideal environment, yeah, you could get 450 out of this airplane or more. Oh, beautiful slow roll here, yeah. Fantastic. It was a follow-on aircraft to the Zero, but it was bigger than a Hellcat. It had a very big wing, some 45-foot wing on it, and it was powered by an engine that had over 2,000 horsepower. And it would have been a formidable fighter, but again, their industrial base was by that time ruined.
Right, it was, I believe, Horikoshi's last design for Mitsubishi.
Yeah, Jiro Horikoshi of Mitsubishi had a similar relationship with the Navy that Grumman had with ours. Did a lot of planes for them. And there's only two real subtypes of the Bearcat, the F8F-1 and -2. And this aircraft is a -1. You can basically tell externally the difference just by the fin and rudder, although internally there's probably a lot of differences.
Yeah, the F8F2 had a taller vertical stabilizer.
I don't know to how much advantage that was. I've never talked to a pilot that flew both of them and said one was much better than the other. But it was considered to be an improvement. That's very smooth. Very smooth. Okay, it looks now like the F8F Bearcat of Howard Pardue is recovering here. An outstanding aerobatic show there, showing the high performance of that airplane. Again, these were airplanes that were just transitioning out of service right at the time that jets were coming into the forefront. You're talking your late 1940s era. And but you know, the propeller airplanes weren't done. The jets, they didn't have very long range. They couldn't fly for very long. They didn't have a whole lot of useful load yet. They were underpowered. They were unreliable at first. So the propeller airplane, Wells Fargo Bank, North America, airshowbuzz.com, Ace Clearwater Enterprises, Gary Johnson, Jim Slattery, Millennium Labs, and the County of San Bernardino. Again, thank you for all your support. If it wasn't for the support we got, not just from our volunteers, but also the people that helped us financially put this on, it wouldn't be the great event that it is now. Mach 1 air charters.